All right, my name is Sabrina Moreland, and I am one of the librarians here at Walter State. And today I'm going to show you how to use our eBook academic collection. Now, this database is useful for pretty much any research you are doing at Walter State because it covers such a wide variety. So that could be anywhere from looking up literature criticism for your English 1020 class, or looking for social science-like topics in your English 1010 class. It's good for psychology. It's good for pretty much anything. So we're going to start off on the library homepage, and you've probably seen this before. But if you haven't, it's just library.ws.edu, or you can click on the library link on the right of the Walter State homepage. So once you're here, we're going to go into the databases by clicking on the A to Z database list. And what we want to do is narrow it by topic. So I'm just going to make this for our English classes, but if you're in, law or criminal justice or whatever that is, you can narrow it down by your subject area. So I'm going to click on English, and now we have these databases that are appropriate just for English research. So I'm going to click into the eBook academic collection, and that takes us to that main search page. Now, if you have used other EBSCOhost products, or if you've used Academic Search Premier, then this looks very similar. So that's really great for searching if you had experience with those before. So we're going to use these boxes to do some pretty broad searches because we're looking for full text books that cover your topic. So if you're too specific, sometimes not a lot of results will show up. So we want to be a little more broad when searching for ebooks. So for example, if I'm looking for information on Edgar Allan Poe's works, maybe his stories or how he writes or different themes, I could put his name in this first box, and I'm not going to add anything right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit search, and when I do that I get 87 results. So I can look through these. On the left I could go to subject, and I can narrow it down by that if I wanted to. I could also look at language and publisher and so forth. So all kinds of ways of narrowing it down. I can also change the date if that applies. For literary criticism, 1979 is not so bad. But if I were researching something like adolescence and technology and the internet and cell phone usage, that's a pretty modern thing. So I'd want to look at the topic for subjects, and I'd also want to look at the date. So let's see, I'm going to choose one of these books. So when you find a whole book that seems really helpful, you can look at the description here, and this tells us it's for literary criticism. So I could click into this book, and you have to sort of take another step to actually get to the full text. So you can still see the information here, but when I want to actually look at the entire book, I want to click on PDF full text. And when I do that, it'll load, and just like with a print source, you'll get all the color and the images and charts and graphs and everything that makes it look like it does in print. And on the left, it's really helpful that we get a table of contents. Now this isn't always the case, but usually it shows up here on the left. So for example, if I were looking for just Poe's Masque of the Red Death, I could click into chapter 3 and only have to deal with information in that section. That's the really good thing about this collection. You don't have to read the entire book to find what you need. So I could just look at this chapter. I could look at the index, and I could see the terminology involved there and do a search for that. Or I could use search within. So up here on the top left, maybe I'm looking for this idea of terror in Poe's writing. So I could put in my term, and it tells me exactly what page my search term is that I'm searching for. So I could look at, let's see, this page, page 59. And when it loads, it's a little slow sometimes. It will even highlight for me in yellow what it is I'm searching for. So really easy to find what you need. Now this database does have some tools at the top, so you could print certain pages, you could email certain pages to yourself. You can never do that with the whole work because that would be a violation of copyright, because again this is a full text work of knowledge. And you can also cite your sources. So if I click on this little cite icon, since we're going to be in an English class, I could scroll down to the MLA option for this and copy and paste that into my works cited page. Now they're not always perfect the way they set these up. It's a computer algorithm doing this, so you want to make sure that the punctuation and that sort of thing is proper. But generally, all the information you need is there when you use the citations the databases generate for us. So keep that feature in mind. So that's how you use the ebook collection. Very quickly, if you're not searching for literature, we can do a new search. And again, you could put in anything. So I might try teenagers or adolescents, and we're using our Boolean operators to tie stuff together. And I could do a search for that and see what comes up. And I could also try technology, right? So I can add terms to my search just like we've done in other databases. And so maybe I go into this first book here, and just like with that other example, all kinds of information for what it's about. You want to download using the PDF full text. And again, there are these sections to search through, and you could search within for, the term you're looking for. So maybe I'm looking for cell phones in this case. And I could look at that page where cell phones appear. So really easy to use for, again, not just English, all types of subjects. My name is Sabrina Moreland, and I appreciate you listening to this video. And if you need any help with this database or any of your research questions, be sure to email the library or stop by, and all of us are happy to help you. Thanks, and have a great day.